Today's video, we're going to talk about how to market adult products or services as long as they're legal on Google Ads. Google does not have a problem with adult products or services. I make this video because a lot of people don't think they can run them, whether that's adult toys or whatever it is. You can actually sell them on Google if it's legal, as long as you don't cross the barriers that they don't want you to cross. I'm going to talk about what exactly those barriers are and how to be able to contact us to contact Google for you on your behalf if you have a problem. We have priority support, phone support with Google because we have so many accounts that we manage at our ad agency. If you have a problem where you just can't get through it, contact me at my agency. Be happy to give you some guidance for free, just to give back for watching our channel. With that said, getting into the content here, so there's special treatment. Anything that Google deems as adult gets special treatment. They scrutinize it more. As long as you though don't get any vulgar, textually wise, or image-wise, you can sell anything you want that's totally legal to sell. So what that actually means is and I'm going to have to censor myself here a little bit so that Google doesn't take my, YouTube doesn't take my video down. ASS, PUSSY, BOOBS, DICK. Words like this, okay, are the type of words that if you have them strictly on your site, and I do mean on your site, because they will scan your whole damn site. That is their review department, and if they see any of that stuff on your site, it's going to be, you're not going to be able to advertise at all on Google, okay? And furthermore, they let you run you can run ads on Google Search if you're trying to run ads on Google Display Network. They're not letting you do it. So, but with that said, you also can't have images related to these things that I mentioned here, which is frustrating because, like, if you sell something that has that image on the box or looks like, it just looks like that, you can't do much about it. Google doesn't want you to have a picture of a big, genitalia, if the product looks like that, because that's just what the rules are. So if you're disapproved right now, then they'll tell you to go, you have XYZ on your site. All you got to do is go back through your site and find any vulgar words and take them out and then resubmit a reconsideration request with Google, and you should be able to get approved. But if your site's dedicated to it, if it's an adult business, it's probably going to take you multiple go-arounds of trying to go through your site, taking out what you think is too vulgar or is vulgar, submitting for a reconsideration, getting disapproved again, trying again, and go through multiple tries of this. Why? Because Google doesn't exactly tell you what it is that is the problem. And if you're able to get a hold of support, they will tell you a little bit about what the problem is, but not everything. They're not going to give you an itemized list, like click here, do this. They don't do that anymore, even with us having the priority support we do. At least they'll tell us in a roundabout way specific things to remove. Whereas if you don't have that support, they just say your ad's disapproved, because it's too vulgar and you're done. And then a lot of times you're not even going to be able to spot the exact problem. Because all it takes is one instance of a bad, dirty word on the site that they don't like, and your whole ad campaigns aren't going to be able to run. So you'll have to go through text-wise, yet even one word will get you disapproved. Because their algorithm, it's easy for their algorithm to scan through and look for a list of trigger words, and if so, take you down for just that. Image-wise, yes, they do actually know what a BOOB looks like, and will take you down for that. But, I'm not working for Google here, so I don't have proof here, but I'm pretty sure the way that Google's review system works is they'll use image recognition on the site to see if you have any vulgar images on the site. And if they think something is a BOOB, for instance, then they'll have a human review it and verify if that it is actually a BOOB. And if it is, whether that's a rubber version of it or a real version of it, doesn't matter. They're going to take your thing down. They're going to take your account down. Your ads aren't going to run until you get that fixed and take that out or take that off. We had an interesting situation where we were selling adult toys where, the toy had, a picture of a realistic looking DICK on it. And what we did was just simply, instead of showing that, we showed a box with the picture of that on it, and then that got approved. So that's another way to kind of, as a side workaround, as we found in the adult space. So, but what I would caution you against is to, don't take this lightly. Google, in other words, isn't going to let you have unlimited chances at getting this right. They'll let you submit 2, 3, 4 different reconsideration requests to try to get your ads back up, or just up in the first place, to get going with your search ads in the first place. But they aren't going to let you have unlimited reconsideration requests. At a certain point, you're going to be permanently suspended, and you're going to have to start a whole new account, which, by the way, is technically against Google's rules. But if you were to ignore those rules and try to start up a new account anyway, you would need a new bank account and a new company to do it. And that's a big pain in the ass, whereas you could just spend more time up front trying to be more diligent by going through your site and finding out and asking yourself on each individual part of your site, is this too vulgar for Google or is it not? And try to make that judgment call and trying to be more aggressive than conservative about it. Because when this happens with our clients, it's not like we like manage too many adult businesses, but where we do, their immediate expectation is to say, well, I don't think that that's bad, so we should just be able to try to get it to pass through anyway. And that's fine. We can try to submit it once, and then if it's borderline, and then if we get shut down, and then remove it after to see, so that we don't arbitrarily cut down on our future potential by cutting out more stuff than we need to. But that, at the same time, if you screw around too much, you're going to get your account shut down. I know, because I've seen and done this before many times. In general, I mean, as it comes to like Google's review department, you can only ask for so many appeals, in other words. So I would go through there and find, like what we would do is we would find stuff that was obvious that's never going to pass, stuff that should pass but we're unsure about, stuff that really should pass but we're unsure about, and then the good stuff. And then we would layer it. So we would just take out the obvious stuff and then try to get it approved. If we can't get back up, we'll take off the least obvious stuff. Then if that doesn't get approved, we would resubmit with the least obvious stuff. You see what I'm saying here. So in other words, you can grade whether something on your site with a text or image is likely to be accepted by Google, put it into a certain category, and then over the course of resubmitting your site, and therefore your campaigns 3 or 4 times, you actually end up with the most stuff on your site that'll help you sell that you can once you finally get approved. Just know also that if your site gets approved, you aren't just home free either. You're going to have anything new in the future. Number one, if you add content to your site, Google's going to keep checking your site. Particularly after you've been disapproved once, you're going to be on a monitoring list, and they're going to keep checking your site every 30 days or so. So you're not going to sneak your stuff back on there. And if you forget about what happened to you when you first got your ads going in the first place, they're going to keep checking anything new that's changing on your site and that you added. So just keep that in mind. Secondarily to that, the Google's review system always is updating, it's always changing. Sometimes it gets more liberal to our advantage, sometimes it gets more strict. So what we get approved one day, if you get disapproved 2 months from now, you say, oh, I don't even know if it's worth dealing with Google anymore. Just know Google might have changed the rules, you've gotten unlucky. It's not like they change the rules constantly, but they haven't changed the rules in a couple of years, and you just happen to have started your business trying to, and get in the process of trying to get your ad approved, 1 year and 10 months after they made the last revision to their review system. So just stick with it, because running your ads on Google can make you millions of dollars if you just get it right. And if it were easy, everybody would do it. Just keep thinking that as you go through these struggles with Google. If it was easy to make millions of dollars on Google, everybody would do it. The person who does make the millions goes in with the mindset that I'm going to make this work as if my life depended on it. Whether Google makes me change this or that, or I've got to do this or that to get my ads profitable. Because if you stick with it, it'll work. All you got to do is get your ads approved and have a better ad than your competition that is there on Google now in terms of click-through rate, and then a better conversion rate than your other people advertising on Google now, and you will make money. I guarantee you. If you can't, and you've done those things, let me know, because there's a single time that is true that you can't get the ads to be profitable. Assuming that there's a market for people what you're selling on Google in the first place, and you know that because if there's other people advertising on your keywords that are selling what you're selling, it's making them money, in short. But anyway, so the rules could potentially change. As a side, some people, I don't advocate doing this, but if you had to, for some reason, get certain words on the page that Google bans, like we in other industries have seen, people will sneak those in an image, and because the review algorithm that Google has it knows how to scan text, but not images as well, at least when text is embedded within images. So I don't recommend doing that kind of dicey stuff if you have an account that you are making millions of dollars with, to try to make it to make $1,001, in other words. But in some instances, I can see definitely why people do it, because if they can't do it and they can't make their business work worth the damn, you might as well try it anyway, right? So just wanted to kind of also throw that in there. And some people will take an image of a BOOB, but they'll add like background stuff behind the product or behind the thing, so it doesn't get caught up in the review filters / algorithm as well. But I'm not going to get into all that stuff necessarily. If you have more questions about that kind of thing, you can reach out to my agency, Guarantee PPC. I'd be happy to try to discuss it with you. No charge, of course. But other than that, that's the main thing I could tell you about marketing adult products on Google search. If you could see your competitors doing it now, you can do it. And even if you can't see them, you could probably do it anyway. That isn't the be-all, tell-all right there. I mean, it's not a good sign if you see nobody advertising on Google search. But like I said, if you sell something that's legal, there shouldn't be any problem as long as you tame down what you have. You don't make it overtly, sexual or whatever, you know what I'm saying there. You could sell adult material, refer to it as adult material, but don't actually show or say it in explicit terms, and you could still sell it. If you have questions whether you could sell it, you can always ask me at my firm at guaranteeppc.com. But also, if you have problems, the bigger thing that I know most of you guys will have is you'll try to go through the process I'm talking about, and you'll try to remove the offending material so you can get your ads approved after you try to get your ads approved the first time, and you can't figure out what to do. You could contact me, and I'll contact Google on your behalf. The review person at Google that I talk to will tell me exactly what to remove. It's this picture of a BOOB on this part of the site. And they'll get fairly specific. They don't give me a complete list of every single thing still, but in general, they tell me specific things like, you have stuff like this picture of a BOOB, or you have stuff like this, your descriptions, which has the words like BOOB, and you get the general idea. They're telling us enough information to go out and act on it. Whereas I know it's frustrating as hell because everybody else that doesn't have our pull with Google just gets told you have explicit material on your site and that's it. And most people will just give up right then and there, which would be a shame if that happened, because if you would have worked a little bit harder, you would have went on to make millions of dollars with your Google ads. So anyway, but especially if you see your competitors advertising on Google search now, you could definitely get on there for yourself. And if you can't, you contact me and I'll get you on there. But with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully that helps you put you on the right track with mentally and physically with running your ads for your adult content or product or service business. And with that said, if you like the content I gave you here and you want to know how to make the rest of your ads profitable, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. I'm an ad strategist who's been doing ad strategy online for clients and businesses I've owned for almost 20 years now. And therefore, you want to subscribe to this channel as it has the best information you're going to find on YouTube on how to actually make money with ads. With that said, if you like the channel, you can also find my blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog, as well as follow me on my column that I have at entrepreneur.com. If you have any questions about anything I covered here today, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel, usually within a couple days' time. You can ask me any ad-related question you'd like, and it'd be my honor to answer your question as a way to give back for watching and being a part of my channel. With that said, if you are looking for an ad manager to help you get results with your ad campaigns, this is exactly what I do for a living here. And unlike other people that do ad management, we guarantee results on your campaign up front. That is, we'll give you a sales lift on your campaign before you pay any fees at all. The only agency that does that, the only catch is you got to have something that we know we can get great results with. But if you want to see if we can work together, reach out to my agency at guaranteedppc.com and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about it. If you aren't looking for an ad agency, but you want to accelerate your growth of your company using ads, you could use the templates that we developed for your market already, assuming we've worked in your market before, and shortcut your way to success. We can literally sell you for a one-time fee, the ads, landing pages, everything we used to get results in your market before, and that we probably spent many thousands of dollars to figure out what works in your market, and you could just use the winning version of it right from the get-go. Even if ultimately we haven't worked in your market, these templates work great for starting other side businesses. If you want to start an e-com business, start with our templates that work for a printer toner business or something like that, where you could literally bolt together a business for yourself in terms of the ads and everything that work for it right from the start. And we can tell you what results we got in that market before. Assuming you're not in the same geographic market as one of our clients, you can use it, of course. So, or if you're trying to sell leads to people that are in, whether that's window and door installation companies or foundation repair companies, stuff like that, which we've also had people do that as well. So at the very least, you should find out if we've worked in your market so you can see if we have your templates available. But with that said, if you're interested in that, you can reach out to my firm as well at guaranteedppc.com. If you are looking for free help on your ad campaigns, if you're willing to let us share what we were able to do for your ad accounts on this channel, we're willing to give you our services for free, of which we charge thousands of dollars for. As we've got a lot of people on this channel who want to see actual examples of things, the stuff that I teach on this channel working for them. So, but we need volunteers to let us be able to show our work. So if you're interested in that, reach out to my agency as well at guaranteedppc.com and we'll see if we can do that and work together on that kind of basis. With that said, I pretty much have wrapped up everything I want to say here. I hope to see you on my next video, and I hope you would give the video a like on the way out. See you later.